Okay, today we're making chocolate chip cookies. So we're going to start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven's preheating, we're going to mix our dry ingredients in one bowl and our wet ingredients in a separate bowl. We're going to start with all-purpose flour. It's unbleached. We use a big bowl for the dry ingredients. We're going to use 1.5 cups of this unbleached all-purpose flour. And you could use other types of flour as well. And about a quarter teaspoon, half teaspoon of salt. Use some ground flaxseed, about 1 tablespoon. And baking soda, 1 teaspoon. And we'll just kind of gently mix the dry ingredients together. The sugar we will mix in with the wet ingredients. So now for the wet ingredients, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is pure cane sugar. It's not the kind that's been bleached with bone char. Put about half a cup. And then I'm also going to put about half a cup of brown sugar in there. And then I'm just going to break up all the big clumps and lumps. I do not know if the brown sugar is processed with bone char. Full disclosure, I'm not sure on that. It may be, it may not have been. I do not know. So if you're a serious vegan and that's a concern, you may want to omit the brown sugar, or just do your research and see if the brown sugar you buy is made with or processed with bone char or not. I'm using this vegan butter. About half a cup of melted vegan butter is what we need. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. About that much. You put the plastic lid over it so it doesn't splatter in the microwave. I'm going to microwave it for about 20 seconds. And same thing with your chocolate chips. You can look at the ingredients to see if they contain milk or eggs or not. Okay, our butter is melted. We'll dump that into our sugar and vanilla extract. Mix it up. Next, we need to add our plant-based milk, and I'm going to use vanilla almond milk. Calls for, I want to say, 1/4 cup. So just we'll incorporate those ingredients together here. And then we'll dump them into our dry ingredients and incorporate everything together in a minute. But first, I almost forgot. I need to add our cocoa powder to our dry ingredients here. About half a cup is what it calls for. There we go. Mix those dry ingredients good. Now we'll go ahead and dump in our wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Now, cookie dough, you want it to be, or it is going to be slightly thick. But if it's too thick and crumbly and powdery, you can always add a tiny bit of almond milk to it to make it a little bit more moist if it seems like it's too dry. Like this here, you can see it's a little bit too dry still. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more of the vanilla almond milk. But yeah, cookie dough is going to be really thick. But you don't want it to be falling apart and crumbly and powdery either. If that makes sense. I added a tiny bit more. I'm just kind of eyeballing the consistency until it looks and feels right. Kind of like, I don't know, thick peanut butter or thick concrete. Like if you ever mixed up a batch of concrete. But again, a little on the drier side. There we go. Now it's kind of like a Play-Doh consistency. That's what we want. Again, not too wet, not too dry and crumbly. Should kind of hold together like you see. And as far as the amount of chocolate chips, it's a personal preference, however many you want to add. I'm adding about maybe half to 3/4 of a cup of vegan chocolate chips. And we'll just kind of mix those into the cookie dough. And I've never had a need to chill this in the refrigerator before putting the cookies on the cookie sheet. I can just put on the cookie sheet like so without chilling it first. So that's what we're going to do. About this size seems good. And I just kind of form them into a circle with my hands in rows of 4. You can see it goes pretty quick and easy. And again, the cookie dough is room temperature right here. We just mixed it up, placing it on the baking sheet. I didn't chill it in the refrigerator at all. And the oven is fully preheated now. So we can stick these in the oven. See, we're at 350. Let's put them in the middle of the oven. And I'm going to check it in about 8 minutes. Let's see how they look. So you can visually look at them to see how they're doing. You can also poke them with a fork. And if the fork comes out clean, you know they're done or close to done. I can tell they need a few more minutes. Just a little bit too soft. So about 4 more minutes. Okay, let's check them again. Yeah, those look better. Yeah, baking's kind of funny. If you let it go too long, they're going to dry out and you could risk burning them. Obviously, if you don't bake them long enough, they'll be a little bit too doughy in the center. But yeah, you see the difference now? And they're just lightly golden brown on the bottom. Just barely. So yeah, these are perfect. There's the final result. Let's see how we did.
Woo!
Give this a try. Let me know what you think. I hope you like this one. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.